Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Happy Monday everybody, hope you had a relaxing weekend behind you and is looking forward ahead of your week. Before we do get started though, we have a new challenge to take care of. We are taken to the planet of Geonosis where we have to take down a squad of Galactic Republic led by General Kenobi, and we do have to use rebels to get max rewards. Rebels, very powerful faction, so hopefully this shouldn't be too difficult for majority of us. As always, I'll cover the modifiers and the feats, show you the battles as well, so if you're just interested in battle themselves, there will be YouTube chapters below as always, so you can skip through to the battle you're interested in. For your information, there are 3 battles in total here for you. So the first one, I'll do a rebel team that can get all feats done in a single battle. However, if you're not able maybe to get done the turn meter removal feat, I'll have 2 more teams after that. One with Darth Vader lead, another one with Asajj lead that can also get turn meter removal done quite easily. But now let's just get started with the global modifier for Geonosis, which is the arena. You get some stacking, health, offense, potency whenever you special ability, but you know, nothing too crazy here in terms of the modifier. This time we are getting the weaker rebel here modifier, so it's not the one where you can keep attacking over and over again, and that's actually a good thing because you do want to stall out your battle with the rebels so you can get a turn meter removal feat done. So I'm actually okay with it today, getting the weaker of the 2 modifiers. So yeah, this modifier is not all that useful. And then obviously the steadfast retribution, one of the most annoying modifiers to deal with here for Galactic Republic. However, because of Commander Luke in there, we'll be actually using this to our advantage. You'll see once we get to the battle. So let's look at the feats next. So you have to win with a full team of rebel units. No surprises there, I guess. Scoring 3 critical hits in a row shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then 400% turn meter removal. This is the one probably that will need the most attention from all the other feats, but it can get done quite easily with a variety of team and characters, whatever you've got really. So I'm just going to go ahead, do like a standard CLS team, but instead of C3PO I'm using Old Ben, because if you do use C3PO you will defeat them too quickly, you will not be able to stall long enough to get a turn meter removal feat. On top of that, Obi-Wan's Kenobi there, mind tricks as well can remove turn meter also, so it allows you to get more turn meter removal done that way. Now, before I said we'll be taking the advantage of steadfast retribution, because with Luke, whenever your allies are getting damaged, which they will, because you know the damage reflecting back onto you will count as that. When he doesn't have call to action, he'll be gaining bonus turn meter, so you don't want to immediately switch call to action. Let him just not have call to action so he can keep gaining lots of bonus turn meter, and this will then allow to keep going and keep going. First, let's stun Anakin so we don't have to deal with him too much. I'm going to go ahead, put buff immunity on Kenobi so we can get around a taunt. I'm gonna get a taunt up on my own now, and we'll just kind of go around now a little bit, spread the damage, try to stall the battle, get everybody stunned. Like Kenobi, he can cleanse, so definitely want to get him stunned as well. You don't want Yoda loose as well and everything. Now I can go ahead, use mind tricks, hopefully get some turn meter removal, and we really want to go after Anakin first here, just so that we don't need to worry about his bonus turns, because obviously if he does go out, he'll probably, you know, kill most of my guys because they're already so low on health and protection because of steadfast retribution. But as mentioned before, because of all this damage we are gaining from steadfast retribution, Luke kind of keeps gaining turn meter over and over again. Just try to get everybody stunned, everybody under control. Han's basic removes turn meter, Luke's basic removes turn meter, Luke's special ability removes turn meter, and obviously their band's mind tricks as well removes turn meter. So got lots of ways here to get the stuns going, get buff immunity, confusion, so they can't gain buffs, they can't do a whole lot. You constantly keep them stun locked and just kind of take your time a little bit, spread the damage. Keep hitting with basic on Han and CLS, those guys that have a lot of turn meter, because remember, in order for you to remove turn meter, enemies have to have turn meter. So you don't want to come to a point and just keep hitting a single target that has 0% turn meter, because then your turn meter removal won't count. So you go, just kind of spreading the damage all around, and eventually you do get them down. Luckily Kenobi is very durable, so he was able to take a couple of more shots there before taken down, and this now completed the 400% turn meter removal for me as well. So there you go, all feats done in a single battle with a rebel team. Now, in case you can't get term meter removal done, as mentioned before, I have two little bit different teams for you. Again, by all means, these are not the only two teams. They're just the two teams probably that have flexibility to get this done easily. With Darth Vader lead, your Sith and Empire allies will have 50% chance to remove term meter. So you just need to bring in a team that has lots of control. So what I done was I slowed down my Darth Vader so my throne could go first. You can put Fracture Anakin so you don't worry about his bonus turns. Then you can go ahead, fear everybody, and you can just keep spamming AoEs. Remember, whenever we hit somebody, we have 50% chance to remove term meter. On top of it all, we do get stagger here from Bastila as well. So whenever you do proc stagger, obviously you will be removing term meter. So again, utilize as well their stagger from Bastila to help you with the term meter removal feat. And as well, Throne himself on Fracture as well removes term meter. So lots of ways here to remove term meter on top of Vader's leadership. The reason why I brought in Sith Empire is just because of all the fear and shock and everything. So there's lots of control. You can keep these guys under control so they don't get out of control and knock you out, because, you know, eventually your guys will be low on health and protection. That's also another reason I'm just not really going into Merciless here with Darth Vader. I don't want to put too many damage over times on them, because then they'll just die from damage over times. So you just want to take your time here, again, stall the battle, and make sure that, you know, you do get the term meter removal feat done. Again, make sure you're hitting enemies that do have some term meter. No point of hitting somebody that got 0 term meter, because you won't be able to remove it. So there you go, not going into Merciless. I really want to stall this battle long enough. One thing to note, if you do have Mara Jade, she as well has got stagger, so she could potentially be a good option here as well. Maybe Tarkin with an AoE that removes term meter, and also Gideon removes term meter. So, you know, lots of flexibility around Darth Vader lead between Empire and Sith. I just found this team, because of the constant fears and everything, to be kind of the most reliable. You can kind of really control these guys so they don't get loose on you. There we go, just down to Kenobi. Almost got him. There we go, some last minute term meter removal there, and that as well should complete for you term meter removal feat. And finally, let's not also forget about the Asajj lead. Now, Asajj lead is similar to Darth Vader's lead, where you can remove term meter as well whenever you deal damage to the enemies. So you just, again, similar like with that Darth Vader team, you're just kind of spreading the damage, try to keep these guys under control. Luckily, because of all the revives, you don't have to worry too much about Anakin and, you know, being killed off. You should be able here to keep reviving everybody with Daka. And again, just taking your time here, doing AoEs, right, will be removing term meter. Then also basic from Spirit removes additional term meter as well, so that's worth pointing out. And finally, Asajj Dispel as well. For every buff dispelled, she'll be removing term meter. So on top of her leadership, there are other ways here to remove term meter from your Night Sisters. Also, good thing about Talzin's basic, whenever she uses basic, she will deal damage to all enemies with plague. And as you can see at this point, plague spread across all the enemies, and just by using basic from Talzin, you have a chance to remove term meter from everybody. So definitely Night Sisters here, I think, a very good choice to remove term meter as well, if you do have them leveled up a little bit. But on that, we'll just keep going, speeding up the footage here. Not much else to see here, same like the other battles. It's all about a little bit just stalling out here, not trying to defeat them too quickly. Obviously wasn't able to get around the taunt from Kenobi, so I had to take him down, and I can just kind of go around here, keep spreading the damage, try to get a stun on Anakin. Again, I don't want to deal with him too much, but that pretty straightforward team here, just kind of, there you go, removing term meter all around. So whatever you use, Darth Vader or Asajj, or, you know, the Rebel team, or anything else you come up with, should be an easy challenge hopefully today for us. Luckily it wasn't like Padme, right? Because that would be fun if they would give us Padme lead in combination with term meter removal. Because obviously with Padme you cannot remove term meter from the enemies. So yeah, that's why we are probably having General Kenobi lead, not Padme, because of the term meter removal feat. There you go, Mace was the last one standing, he fell down as well, and this as well, I would imagine, would complete the term meter remover feat as well. Again, not sure, because we don't have feat tracker, right? So there is no way that I can guarantee you that these teams would work, but, you know, as long as you stall the battle long enough, should be easier to straightforward. But as you've seen in the first battle, you can just use CLS with old ban and you should be good to go. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.